Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. This is your girl, Coach Shine, and this is Divine Thoughts Thursday. So I'm super excited for tonight's conversation because if I'm being completely honest, this is one of my favorite times of the week to where I get to actually go live with you guys and share some information, some thoughts, and just things that I think could be helpful. And of course, I spend a lot of my time inside of my private offers, which you guys may know about by now because I talk about them all the time. But for those of you who are new here, I kind of want to introduce what I provide. And you can also look on my website to find everything that I speak about today. Okay? So currently, I have one of my current spaces that is operating is the Life with Shine podcast, which is my podcast that has exclusive episodes that I give you insider personal insight and details on life, love, and business. And I love that conversation there because it is definitely free range, meaning nothing's off limits. And I love it because it is a part of my paid and private experience. So for those of you who are looking to get more insider and more access to what is happening in my life and how I'm navigating it and the things that I actually am experiencing that can enlighten you and help to provide more insight and knowledge, then you can definitely access the Life with Shine podcast on my website. And of course, I have frequent episodes that are updated often, so you guys can see that. So definitely be a part of that space if you guys are just looking for a podcast that you can tune into to get some interesting perspectives. Okay. So I don't know about you guys, but I find myself often, because I'm not big on watching television, I would pull up a podcast if I'm not listening to music versus anything else. So if you're like me and you're looking for an interesting podcast that's going to give a lot of value and knowledge, especially from a life and business coach, then I recommend you actually check it out. Okay? And then, of course, guys, I have my Deeper Than Beauty Mastermind, which is my 6-month mentorship program. And that program is pretty awesome. I mean, I think I'm in a round that is just phenomenal. We started in July, and we're going to be actually wrapping up or finishing up at the end of the year. So we're kind of in tune and locked in for the rest of the year just to really work on our mindset, our business, our branding. And inside of that space, we go into the deep dive within. This is an inner transformational journey that will transform you from the inside out. So if you're looking to learn more about bringing a full understanding of how business work, okay, so this is where we go into the inner workings, behind the scenes, the depths, the strategy, the clarity, all of the things you kind of miss because of the grind and the busyness of business. And you just need to really take a slower approach or your pace in a way that you can actually raise your self-awareness and do business from a more mature and grounded approach. If you're looking to grow and mature, this is a space for those levels of work, okay? So I don't care how long you've been in business. I don't care what type of business you do. The Deeper Than Beauty Mastermind is where you get sharpened, equipped, and just to put it in perspective, just a full clarity and just process that's going to have you feeling like it's going to carry you for a lifetime. I'm being completely honest. Like, that mentorship is so dynamic. Like, the return on your investment just from the conversations and the information alone is going to like transform the way you do business forever. And so if you're looking for a mentorship that's going to really support you moving ahead, even beyond the space, most times people think mentorship happens when they're actually inside of the program. And yes, you experience transformation often, if not daily, because in my work, you can be activated constantly. But I believe that even beyond the actual time that you committed to actually show up inside of that mentorship, outside of it, right, you're going to still be transforming and upgrading and updating. And I think that is a profound way to look at life in business, and even the information you receive in a mentorship that's going to change your mindset, change your approach, your strategy, and really doing it from a place of where it's self-paced, it's unfolding for you naturally, because you've already retained the insight, you retain the energetics, the understanding. And as you carry out your own purpose, you would see it kind of, play itself out over an extended amount of time, because you've invested your time and energy to learn the information and really get the codes, and just so much depth and growth that you just receive inside of that space. So much to be said, but it's definitely for those who are looking to increase their personal power and to understand power dynamics and just how to move in a very powerful way in your purpose, in your mission, in your authority, and feeling very grounded and confident in your work. Okay, so I recommend you guys to join that space if you're looking for somewhere that you need to be committed, that's going to hold you accountable, that's going to just give you some hands-on support. And this is not just about business. This is why I say life and business coaching, because we're actually doing life together inside of that space. Yes, we're crafting and shaping your purpose. You getting the clarity on those things, and especially for people who are looking like, what is my purpose? What does that look like? How is that going to, actually manifest or transform? It's the perfect space for you to actually discover it. But if you have discovered it, to also become more developed in it. Okay, so this is for people who are looking to understand their mission, to understand and craft their why. Okay, so yeah, it's a phenomenal place to be, honestly. So definitely invest. It's at a great price right now. I don't know how many other ways to put it. How life-changing it is and will be. And you're going to look back on that time in that space, in that container, the transformation you're going to have, and be like, wow, it started right there in those moments. And so I can't really encourage you enough, but to just take the leap. If you know you're looking for a place to grow, definitely get inside Deepen in Beauty. Okay, so that is that on that. Now, I do have another mastermind that I'm pretty excited about, but this is going to be wrapping up our final week. So I may do another round, but I'm going to see how that kind of unfolds. But for this particular mastermind, we're doing the 5K. And this is where you set a goal for the 5K months, 5K weeks, 5K days. So I gave direct strategy, concepts, methodology, and also mindset on how you can actually make that your reality, and doing it from an actual plan. All right, love, have a good night. So having an actual plan on how to make it happen is going to actually make it come together. So when you have the concept embedded with the information, it just all unravels. Okay, so the beautiful thing about that is, the more that you actually dive into masterminds, mentorship, and just having a specific coaching. Now, here's the beautiful thing about coaching. Coaching is specific to a certain aspect of you, right? It's specific to a certain goal or a certain topic. It's very what do you call it? is very direct in what it is that you're trying to achieve. That's why I love coaching, because it's so vast. The work we do is just like, what do we want to target? What do we need to target? And now let's focus in on that and make that happen, right? So it's very specific to what it is that you're looking to create. So a lot of these things is about you getting inside to get the information you need. And 5K Mastermind is truly where those who are actually looking to grow their business, but knowing how to do it in a way of saying, I have an understanding of what to do and why. Some people are just doing things and trying to figure it out. But oftentimes, if you do it from a plan of knowing what to do and why, it makes it all better. Okay, so you're going to avoid a lot of the nonsense, I would call it, right? Taking out all of the distractions and things that are not income generating. Because if you're in a mastermind that is focused on you hitting a certain income goal or income level, then you have to know what income generating activities are necessary to reach that goal. So inside of that mastermind is where we actually focus on the activities that are going to create the momentum, create the consistency, create the discipline, and naturally create the result. Okay? Most people are not making that connection or that correlation of saying, if I do this enough times, this is going to yield me this result. Okay? So this is where I give you the specifics on focus here, do enough reps of these consistently, meet your goal, right? And along that process, you're learning how to develop yourself into someone who can consistently show up for those things. And that's the beauty of it. Like, you're getting that development, you're getting that accountability, you're getting that encouragement. So a lot of times people are doing things without really having a purpose. Getting a coach has a lot of meaning behind it. So you're going to be doing things from a more meaningful approach than just winging it. Okay? And this is where people need direction. They need direction in their business. They need direction on what to do, how to do it, and how to accomplish goals. So again, the best thing you can do is to find the space that's going to work for you and what's tailored to you and what it is you want to make happen. So I developed that 5K Mastermind because I knew that there were entrepreneurs who are still probably starting out and beginning and looking to actually reach 5K months from their actual business, right? They want to have consistent 5K months. And I know that may be relatively small to some, but to others that is a big deal. Okay, so having a starting point of what is the foundational work, what is the foundational things that needs to happen for someone who's just starting out, or someone who's just beginning, or someone who's even been doing it for some time and they still don't understand what is missing from them getting consistent clientele or buyers or customers, right? So this is where I give you that space to be coached and guided, supported, and held accountable so that you can actually reach those accolades and feel really confident knowing that you don't have to do it alone. And you also have guidance, in case you're kind of drifting off and, losing your focus, or, just whatever may happen. I won't say you're losing focus, but just saying you're just not as encouraged or committed enough. Because let's be honest, when you're doing something, especially in the beginning, you're going to be tested on how committed you are. How bad do you want it? And you got to be able to say, I'm going to keep doing these things no matter what, right? Because the more that you can do it out of repetition of saying, it's become a part of what I do, and I don't make a big deal about it. Like, I'm not making it mean anything besides the fact that it needs to get done. It's about about being objective, right? Having an objective mindset or approach to certain things definitely does take the emotional upheaval out of it. Because I think once you know how to move, right, where you're not attached to things as far as a certain outcome, but you honestly are focused on the goal, meaning you're okay with knowing that your goal is this, but you don't care about how that looks to get there, right? You care about the quality, you care about, your approach, of course, you care about how you feel, but you don't care about what it looks like to accomplish it. You're just saying, I'm going to do the reps, I'm going to do it consistently, and I'm going to reach the goal. And that's what it takes, knowing how to show up fully committed so that you won't be so discouraged when some days you're not in the mood, or you're just not feeling it, or whatever may be happening that's just, impacting you in some kind of way. Because we're all human. We all have things, we have our days. But again, knowing that you're supported and held accountable and know what to do and can show up for it and push through, even then, right? It up levels you in so many ways, because you understand that I can do hard things. Okay. So that is pretty much a dynamic, what do I call it? Invitation for you guys to step inside of that mastermind, step into my world, step into my actual mindset and way of thinking, because it's going to be expansive to you. It's going to help you see things differently. It's going to help you grow. And that's what it's truly about. So the 5K Mastermind is also a place to be if you're looking to really get that specific goal accomplished. Okay? Whether that's 5K months, 5K weeks, 5K days. So you get to determine how hard you want to go, but I'm going to definitely give you the roadmap. Definitely going to give you the compass. Okay? So that's pretty exciting. And also, so you guys have been hearing me talk a lot about my free online sales masterclass, and I love doing masterclasses. For those of you who don't know, I have a membership. It's called the Evolution of You membership, and that membership has a personal development tailored masterclasses that I teach each month. You would get a minimum of 1 to 2 each month, but sometimes it can be more depending on what I feel is led for that space. But the master classes are very dynamic because of the type of master classes they're focused on. They're focused on your personal development. So if you love personal development, you will love the Evolution of You, because it's going to be all about your evolution. Things you need to cover, like boundaries, alignment, just a lot of different mindset things and things that you haven't really thought of, that you won't see in no other type of masterclass. So if you need something that's going to be focused on personal development, because again, I'm a life and business coach, so personal development is where we actually develop you as a person, saying what are some personal matters and personal things that you need to work through or heal or correct or just up level, even if that's just your beauty, your fashion, your approach to your confidence, like how do you carry yourself, or how do you speak online. Like, it's so many different things that you can develop about yourself that is going to help you become a better person overall. And so the free online sales masterclass is where I'm teaching the online community how to actually create a sales process. Okay, so this is a sales journey. So if you're looking to understand sales, understand business, okay, how to actually be a salesperson, how to improve your sales skill set, and really go through the process of like, what do I need to do? What does that look like? painting the picture, sharing your story, right? Getting really clear on your brand direction or your brand vision, your brand messaging, all of those things, right? So that online masterclass is also a wonderful thing. I'm hosting it at least 2 to 3 times a week right now. So if you want that level of getting inside of my space to support you as far as how to increase your sales, how to grow your business, you definitely have opportunities to come inside of my community and learn because y'all know I'm keeping these trainings pumped out. I'm doing trainings 3 to 5 times a day sometimes, y'all. It's real over here for me right now. This is a busy time of the year for me, busy season, but I created it. I kind of built this up. I built it by timing. I did it over time. And it's here and it's happening, okay? So, but all in all, I asked for it. So I'm here. It's happening. So if you want to learn my strategies, my approach to business, my mindset and business from someone who's been an entrepreneur since 10 years old, yes, that's right. I started doing hair since I was at the age of 10. And, literally that was kind of like an eye-opening experience for a child to be like, okay, I have a skill. And how do I actually market it? And I'm someone who was self-taught, even in my skill set, right? I learned how to actually become an entrepreneur because I had a skill of doing hair. So there's a certain development that I've had to go through to even become the person who was doing hair full-time in high school. I'm talking about I'm working with some middle class, hardworking individuals, men and women, that I had as far as my clientele, who were older than me. Like I'm a child in their eyes, but they respected me enough for how I carried myself, for how I took my business serious, for how I, valued customer service. I'm talking about like I'm learning from them as well because, I'm doing me, but it's like, wow, like people of all ages are trusting me with something as important as styling them, right? So I had to learn how to bring my A game. I had to bring the best, right? So from there, developing into an entrepreneur of many other things, right? Where I expanded my business, my mindset, developed as a person overall. And now I'm also doing life and business coaching. So what you can really take from me, if nothing else, is that I understand how to not only rebrand, I know how to reinvent myself. I know how to evolve. I know how to grow. You will never look at me and say she's been stagnant and doing the same thing. You will always see my growth and evolution every time you look up. You will always see she got something else going on. She got something else. And I'm someone to learn from because I don't actually cap myself off. I'm always learning. I'm always investing in myself. And I'm always looking for ways to actually, understand business, life in a new way. So with that being said, that makes me highly qualified and attractive to all lines of people, all kinds of people. So I'm just grateful, to be able to walk in my purpose and share my knowledge, share my insight, because I've been doing this for a very long time. I'm not new to this. It's just, it may be new to you. You see what I'm saying? It's not new for me. It's just like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm just going to let you know what I can help and support you in, and then you make the decision on where you fall into that line of work. But all in all, so I do encourage you, if you don't know where to start, to get inside of my free online sales masterclass and come check me out. Just come, hop in one day, really hop in and get some of my style of teaching, my style of coaching, which you guys probably can get a gist of how I am a little bit from here. But each space, like I said before, has literally its own dynamic. It has its own approach. It has its own even like content, like the things I share and talk about and how I may express myself. Like each space has its own personality. And I love that because, it's always a purpose. It always has a reason. So you guys get to see those different sides of me come out inside of those spaces. So, but check me out to see if we are a good fit. I want to make sure it's always a full body yes for you and that you are truly all in and can say, I'm ready to take this journey with you because, baby, I don't do, what they say, lukewarm. I don't do people who can't really grasp the full concept of growth. Because, mind you, it's not going to always look the same every day, okay? If you're looking for something that's going to, appease your ego or appease a certain part of you to make you feel comfortable, that's not what you hired me for. Let's be real. You didn't hire me to make you feel comfortable. You didn't. You didn't hire me to say, yeah, girl, stroke my ego, stroke my comfort zone or nothing. You hired me because you were ready for a change. Simply put, you hired me when you're saying, all right, enough is enough. I'm ready to, learn. And sometimes you don't have to be that drastic or, just big of a deal. It's just more so like I can still make a change even when I'm successful. And that's my biggest thing. I cannot stand when people have just elevated to a point where they feel like, okay, I have this level of success and now I don't need to learn from anyone else. Like I got it all figured out, right? I don't know anything about that type of approach to business and growth because you figured it all out. What are we going to say? What do we got to tell you? We not here to help. That's what you're saying. But if you don't need the help, fine, cool. I'm not the girl for you if you don't value learning, okay? But if you're somebody who's saying, even if I'm successful, see, I'm giving y'all some key tips here, so pay attention. Pay attention. Because y'all wondering, like, how is she always up on game? Pooh. The issue is, even I don't care how successful you become, the rich get wealthy because they understand how not only to think, what do they call, what you say, work smarter, not harder, but that comes from the fact that they're always looking for new information, meaning they're always looking to grow. What they don't know, they're going to go find out. They're going to go figure it out. They're going to go see. They're going to invest in themselves to get the knowledge. They're going to keep learning. And this is what I look at it as. The more that you can actually, pour into yourself, right? Guess what that energy does when you're saying, I'm going to read a book, or I'm going to get a coach, or I'm going to take a new class. No matter what area that is, right? That energy alone says, I value my growth in this area enough to say I'm going to go learn. I'm going to go, be a student. No matter how successful I am in something, I know I don't know everything. I know that there's something I can learn. There's something I can grow, right? So when people come with that attitude and approach of like, I have arrived and there's nothing you can tell me because I'm all there. I'm all that. And I think that's funny because it's like, been there, done that in my childish years of like not clearly seeing the truth of what I really had going on. Because listen, self-awareness is number one. You ain't got self-awareness, baby, you out here trying to figure it out. So if you ain't got that, baby, you probably out here looking like a fool to some people right now. But again, if you're looking to say, I understand I'm successful, but I still have more I can learn and grow, because are you really as wealthy as you want to be right now? Are you really where you want to be right now? So why did you stop learning? Why did you stop? Why did you say, oh yeah, I'm making certain amounts of money now, I'm cool, I'm good, so I can get comfortable, I don't gotta post my content every day, I don't gotta do this and that, I can just show up willy-nilly and do whatever? No. You still gotta maintain that level of consistency and grind and grit, because baby, the work you put in, think about it. The work you put in today, that's like you planting the seeds. You're not always going to see that result right away. It'll come, it's going to continue. But think about consistently grinding out, putting in the work, and it becomes a part of your routine because you develop yourself to do this. The results you will get, because you're not making it circumstantial. You're not making it about just when I'm in the mood, I'll do it like this and that. But no, you're saying I'm going to always have something that's going to keep hitting these key points that I know I need to keep hitting to achieve my goal over and over and over again, because this is what it takes to win. Okay? That is quality information for y'all right now. That's some insight y'all needed to know, because some of y'all then got too comfortable on that. And I'm trying to just share a little bit more for y'all to just take the nudge, take the opportunity, move forward. But again, so the free online sales masterclass is a good place for us. So if you're looking to learn, come check me out. And of course, you can always schedule. I have my one-on-one sessions for you guys, so you can get a personalized, if you're looking for something more personal and tailored, more specific, because of course these courses are created because of a need or a demand that I've seen in the market. So I created an actual solution for it. But if you're like, okay, I don't see nothing that I can feel a nudge or a pull for, but I know I need some support in this area, and you just need somebody to really go over that with you, that's what one-on-ones are for. So schedule a one-on-one. That's a good time for us to also see where you are, see what your goals are, see what needs to happen. And again, it does not matter what level of business you're on, meaning how long you've been in business, how much success you have in your business, how much money you got in your bank account. Like, I don't care how much it is. Like, some people, they got so much that they think they don't need to learn. No, I'm telling you, millionaires are still investing in themselves. Did y'all know that millionaires are still investing in coaching? So how y'all ever heard that saying, success leaves clues? Okay? Success leaves clues. So if millionaires are showing you that they have been coached to become a millionaire, they had a coach to become a millionaire. If not several, but they had a coach. They had mentorship. Okay? If they have told you and shared with you mentorship is a way to become and make millions, what makes you think you can just sit on your behind and say, oh yeah, I know I want to be a millionaire, but y'all better get with the program. Y'all gotta get real with it, okay? Because I'm telling you now, I'm a coach because I have invested in how to become a coach, how to be a coach. I got coached into becoming a coach. And I also understand how to be a student. Y'all get that? So again, this is about investing in yourself in a way that makes sense, that's building your portfolio, that's building your actual authority, that's building you as a leader in your industry. There's so much thing I can say about it, guys, that I don't really know what else to say besides get a one-on-one. Just book a one-on-one. If you don't know where to start, if you don't know what it looks like for you, I guarantee you, the people I coach, they love it. They are like, look, you the best thing. I hear my clients brag on me all the time. But I know it's because I'm reflecting something back to them that is more so a remembrance, right? A remembrance of what they're capable of, unlocking their potential, showing them what more they can do and accomplish. And that feels amazing to see. Like, you know what? I'm willing to hire a coach in my fitness. I'm willing to hire a coach in, my nutrition. I'm willing to hire a coach in whatever areas. But why don't I have a life coach? Why don't I have a business coach? Think about that for a second. Why don't you have someone to coach you through your everyday journey of life? Ain't that the most important part? How y'all do life? How are y'all experiencing life? How is your quality of life? How is you navigating life? I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty important insight. So again, I'm pretty excited to support you guys. And to continue to show up here online and to just share more about my value and offers. I have something else that I've been doing the whole full year of 2025. So, you guys may have known Rise to Millions. Give big ups to Rise to Millions. We meet every month for a coaching session on the millionaire mindset. So, if you are looking to get some up leveling on your mindset, money mindset, millionaire mindset, that is a very good place to start inside of that. So visit my website for all these offers, guys. They're there. But Rise to Millions, we got another session coming this month. I'm pretty excited for. I'm always excited for my different offers because it's just so much more. And then think about it, y'all. So this is 2025. 2025 has already proven to be just dynamic and just so much that I'm grateful for. But 2026, baby, I'm too excited because I already know the trajectory. So many of you guys may not understand, but the way my mind works, I'm probably 10, 20 years ahead right now. I'm already like looking forward in a way where like, okay, what does that look like? How do I actually structure this? How do I navigate this? But getting really clear because, baby, you gotta have a plan out here. Okay, I'm telling you. I know some of you guys like, I can't think that far ahead. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know how, blah, blah, blah. That's not up for you. If that's not your lane, if that's not your area expertise or your genius, this is why you hire somebody. This is why you understand what you're hiring them for. And again, guys, I say it all the time. I'm future focused, okay? I'm about building your future, building your tomorrow, building your own trajectory of what's ahead or what's to come, okay? So if you know that you want a clean slate, you can have one right here, right now. You can actually create one now. You can say, I'm going to make a decision today, right here, right now. And I'm going to say, I'm developing new habits. I'm developing new ways. I'm going to show up differently. I need that plan. I need that laid out for me. So again, there's so much in here to dive into when it comes to this work. But all in all, I'm keeping this thing moving forward with or without you. This is just my invitation to those who are ready. And by ready, let's understand the breakdown of ready, because most people don't understand this. Ready means that there is alignment there. There is clarity there. Ready means you made a decision. Okay? So to come to that decision, you probably have to go through a process that I don't know nothing about. Maybe you're figuring it out. Because some people, they find your page and they know right away, oh, that's the person I want to work with. They're binging your content. They're like, yeah, she cool. Oh my God, yeah, that speaks to me. Yeah, I want to, I'm curious. I want to, go to that next level. But some people, it takes years for them. They followed you for years, and then they said, you know what? I respect what you got going on. I respect what you're doing. I respect, all the things you're showing me. And I want to be really, invest in myself to where I can, really grow in this and really, take my business and myself to the next level. And I'm here for it all. Whatever it looks like, I'm not here to judge your journey or your process. I'm already in motion. I'm already in flow. So there is just something to be said about that. I'm in my own zone. I'm in my own zone. I'm in my own zone. You heard me? So again, when you're in your purpose, when you're in you understand yourself on a whole nother level, I don't know what to say. But this is where I get to just continue moving forward and continue evolving. You can watch me or you can join me. It's up to you. But I'm dead serious when I say you want to get inside. Because there's so much more going on behind the curtains or behind the scenes or behind the profile or whatever you viewing me from. You don't know enough about me. You don't know enough. You don't even know. Because you ain't even took it to the next level. All you done was look online. You know how they will say, let's say you at the first level where it's surface. You seeing the surface right now. You're not even really getting the depths. Even if you got some deep insight, you might be like, yeah, she deep. She a deep thinker. She unlocked something deep within me or whatever. But baby, if that's done that for you on this level, just the profile, on the free content or whatever, then just imagine. Take a step forward. Imagine what my actual paid services will do. The transformations that's actually intentional inside of those spaces that you would receive. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? There's another level and you guys have got to just really take that step. So that's just what it is, guys. I don't know what to say. But it's happening. It's going on. Things happening regardless. So I'm excited. I wake up excited every day to do this work because it's just because of who I am. It's what I do. It's how I do. It's just what it is, And I teach, I educate, I coach, and, it's a lifestyle. It's truly a lifestyle, And that's what it's about. So if you know that you're looking for a certain lifestyle and you're looking to learn and grow and evolve, and most people don't talk about these things, but I'm very spiritually endowed, on the spirituality things. And that was something that you guys could experience when I first started my coaching business, because as y'all may or may not know, because I know there's a lot of new people here as well, I'm not going to take away from those who've been here for some time, but for those who are new, okay, I started out as a healing coach, which means I have become certified from the Energetic School of Body Work. Those are hand claps. I have been certified as an energy healer, energy worker, energy guide, level 1 and 2. And I have been doing this work on a very energetic or in-depth way, meaning I go to the root cause. I don't just, throw out information for nothing. There's always a meaning. There's always a purpose. I deal with the energetics because everything is energy, baby. Okay, everything. So even though I don't speak about those things all the time, it's definitely infused in that work and everything I do. You guys feel it. You guys see it. You guys can experience it. It transforms you. And so, I know my work has evolved a lot since I started coaching, but I have established a solid foundation You know, I'm very informed on a lot of different key areas that are specific to your wholeness. Okay. So this qualifies me to bring such a dynamic, what do I call it? Education system, a dynamic portfolio or catalog of products and services and offers. So a lot of this stuff is just knowledge and understanding of my own process, and even working with others, their key things and areas that needs to be touched on, and you know what development looks like. You know, giving people the words to the things that they have yet to bring context to. Okay, so you know, I get a lot of that. I get a lot of people that are like, wow, you helped me to really break through that. And, you know, sometimes there's a lot of things that come up for us to move through. But all in all, it's powerful to have someone to guide you through it, right? To support you do it. So this is why I do what I do, because I love it. I love the transformation. I love the growth. I love to see the changes happening in real time. Real experiences, real life situations. I deal with the reality as well. I deal with the truth. Okay, so let's be clear on that. So yeah, so it's been just a dynamic thing because I know this work is just what it is. I have a solid foundation for you guys to stand on and grow from. So get inside, babies. Get inside. Get inside. And as always, I love doing these lives here because I get to share what I have going on. Let me see if I missed anything. Let me go on my website. So as I said, visit my website. It's drikahair.com. Oh, y'all. So I have an in-person event that I'm establishing and doing as well, which is the Bonfire AUG. So you guys can also register, reserve your spot, get your tickets, get more details, information, get the location, all the things you need to know about it. It's exclusive. It's going to be a vibe. It's going to be an experience for those who are looking for something different. If you're local in the Augusta area and you're looking for a nice place to come and get some actual networking in, we're going to have different themes and different things happening. So, yeah, we start October 18th. So definitely during the fall season, we're going to keep it running. And up until we'll let you guys know when our last closing date will be. But I'm pretty excited for these what do you call it? These bonfires, okay? Because a lot of things can happen in person, right? If you're looking for a community, if you're looking for your vibe of people, the people who get you, the people who you can just really have a good time around. And I'm going to definitely have some entertainment such as music, food, you know, just things that you can just really appreciate from the experience. Of course, I'm going to be giving some speaking, right? I'm going to be giving some motivational speaking. But I really just want you guys to know that this is going to be a very fun time. Like, I know there's going to be a lot of different things I might try to dibble and dabble into, but trust me, the experience is going to be top tier, okay? So, if you're looking for some place to hang out for the fall and a little bit of the winter, then just come join us. Come be a part of it. It's gonna spread like wildfire. It's gonna be all over the place. Meaning people are gonna find out. They're gonna show up. They're gonna pop in. They're there. Boom. No crazy things, but you know what I'm saying. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. So definitely do that. So yeah, guys. And of course, if you like to work out, I'm going to say this before I roll. If you like to work out, if you like to have a little workout session at home, I do my at-home workouts, and you can come shine and tone with me if you want to get your body moving. Just have a great interactive way of doing workouts from the comfort of your home. 30 minutes every day or whoever, whatever, then sign up for that on my website as well. And also, if you go to the scheduling, you'll see the availability I have for one-on-one. So Yeah, I think I covered it all here. I cut it all. But go to my website, check it out, check out what registers, what works, and get inside, guys. I'm here to support you. Okay. Yep. So this has been Divine Thoughts Thursdays. I've really enjoyed talking to you guys. I look forward to next week to give y'all some insight and context and all of those things. But if I see you before then, meaning you join any of my other things we talked about, let's hang out. Let's have a good time. Let's vibe. Gonna send a few emails before I actually call it a night. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight. It's been a wonderful time. And as always, if you have any questions, if you're looking to give me your questions answered, send me a DM, a message, and I will respond. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all in the